Yo, the download that I got for this new moon in Virgo that we're having is life hack. How can you optimize your time and your life so that you don't need to make so many micro decisions that will eventually end up leading to decision fatigue? What's up? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for this new moon, dark moon that we're having in Virgo. And normally I do the blind side, but this feels kind of like we're incorporating both. Either way, welcome to the season of I Analyze. Welcome to Virgo season. And new moons are when we plant seeds, and Virgo is what needs to be analyzed. And so there's something around, and Virgo is also the day-to-day mundane task, and that's where I feel like this like life hack download is coming in. There's something about giving, like, you know, the ways you need to optimize, you know what structure needs to be put in place when and where. And the more information you give yourself, the more you analyze, the more data you give yourself, it puts you in the position where you can structure your day to just be like smooth. And like it may feel like a little boring, but what's on the other side of that, the result of that work or the result of that structure, fucking worth it. Absolutely. Um and yeah, I don't even feel like we need a blind side, because with it being, you know, and normally when I say blind side for you newcomers, like we, when it comes to new moons, we look at the dark side of the new moon, like what is hidden, what is underneath. And I feel like with Virgo I Analyze, we gonna be like seeing all of it anyway, so it feels like it's getting incorporated, and it feels like it came out in the questions that channeled that need to be asked. So this new moon happens on Monday, September 2nd at 9:55 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:55 p.m. Mountain Time, and it's happening at 11 degrees Virgo. You know what I'm reaching for. Bam! Hit you with the handy dandy Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. If you would like, you also are able to go look at this online. Excuse me. Hydrate, light it if you got it. Actually, gone ahead. Excuse me. My mic is standing on my water, and I just hydrated, but you do that. And I want to go ahead and pray and create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, welcoming you in and thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this new dark moon in Virgo that we're having on September 2nd. Can you believe it's already fucking September? What the fuck? Okay, and this new moon, all right, I gotta risk mic sound, sorry. This this new moon is happening at 11 degrees Virgo. You can just Google Inside Degrees and Elias Lonsdale will come up. I don't know how, if this is going to show it to you backwards or not, but bit of a long one. Okay, so Elias Lonsdale's description of the 11th degree of Virgo is a 4-year-old girl dresses as a nurse. It's already fitting. It's already working. It's already giving. Innocence has its way to persist. You can grow up, yet retain the stance of the novice, the beginner, the wonder worker. I'm gonna say that again because not only did I stammer, but whoa, you can grow up yet retain the stance of the novice, the beginner, the wonder worker. And I feel like it's important for us to retain that childlike wonder and joy, but you can't be careful of picking and choosing where you get to be a not where you're a novice as an adult. You know what I mean? Like there could just be something about the I don't know. What is that weaponized incompetence? That's what that just made me think of. Some of you are struggling with somebody who does that to you, or you do that to people, and I'm gonna call you the fuck out. Stop. That's bullshit. The selective, like, I don't know, I'm just a girl. I don't know, I'm just a person. I don't know how to do that. Like, I do that. I've definitely done that shit. I still like play that game with certain people in my life. And so I'm calling myself out just as much as I'm calling you guys out. But there's something there around that. Okay. You foster a knack of renewing your original basic values and way of being at every critical juncture, a quality unique and unmistakable. At any age and within all situations, coming at things as though we all just got here and we are simply trying things on for size. The best of this quality is a sticking to prenatal resolves of a lofty integrity that refuses steadfastly to fall under the weight of the critical mind. The worst of this quality is that in its zeal, its dedication, and its self insistency, it invariably puts others to shame and generates in others the self consciousness and self judgment you are yourself bypassing. I got to read that again. The worst of this quality, which what he's referring to is that I feel like that weaponized incompetence. The worst of this quality is that in its zeal, its dedication, and its self insistency, it invariably puts others to shame and generates in others the self consciousness and self judgment you are yourself bypassing. Therefore, what is good for you proves to be bad for others and results in a quandary, a confusing and puzzling situation, eventually impelling you to add one borrowed ingredient, the ability to take yourself lightly. Oof. You can go read that on your own. Like I said, Google Inside Degrees. All right, so I want to get right to the questions that I have for this new moon. Hydrate, light it if you need it. And the first one is, what habits need to break? Ooh, I didn't even have to shuffle. Okay. What I asked is what habits need to break. And for some of us it's like lying to ourselves. For some of us it's about like um what has a hold on you is this like romantic illusion, the way we hyper prioritize. It's a very American thing, the way we hyper prioritize romantic love and romantic relationships. Some of us, what habits need to be broken are your refusal to form habits, your refusal to give yourself structure, you just needing to be in flow and letting things be spontaneous. Saturn, the devil is Saturn, and Saturn is time, karma, structure, discipline. You know, Saturn says if you do the hard work, there will be a reward. But what has a hold on you that's keeping you from doing the work, therefore receiving the reward? And so I feel like for some of us, you drink too much, you smoke too much, you evade, you play too many video games, you party too much, you're, you know, constantly seeking a thrill, constantly looking for the next like good time in some sort of way. Some of you are like very, very entrenched in sexual desires and getting your sexual desires fulfilled. Um, in exploring different kinds of sexuality, or in different kinds of like sexual like deviance, or deviance, or um letting that aspect of yourself run your life, or rule you, letting your sexual energy, or your sexual desires rule you, because your sexual energy is just your life force. It's like your Reiki inside of you, and you can do so much more with that energy outside of exchanging it with another person. I feel like what habits need to break are codependence. Some of you are constantly up under your partner, constantly up under your wife or your husband or your spouse, or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, whatever it is. Like there's something about like out here in lack mentality, like scared that if you're away for a second that they're going to like somebody else or find somebody else that's just going to push that person away. If you are in a codependent relationship, it is getting in the way of your success. It's getting in the way of your true happiness, because if you can't be happy, or you don't feel safe unless you're looking at that person and seeing what they're doing, that ain't it. Some of you are constantly looking at your phone, constantly waiting for someone to contact you, constantly waiting for someone to call you. Um, clock in how long it's been. Like there's something around like the hold that romance has on you, or the hold that the party has on you, the hold that the drugs have on you. Whatever it is, I feel like what has a hold on you and what needs to be broken. I'm gonna ask specifically what habits need to break, because that was just from the divine, so that doesn't apply to all of you, but I feel like there's this firm foundation in what habits need to break is, it's like planning for it. You get excited about this thing and then you don't do it, or refusing to integrate all the information that comes from evaluating your shadow. Um, there could be somebody with Cancer placements that you formed habits with, Cancer or Capricorn, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, that you have some kind of like consistent, like you guys always do this. You all like we talk to each other at this time, or blah 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 blah. There could just be something around like, it feels like the habits that need to be broken are the habits that you form with other people versus doing what you need to do individually, giving this other person time to do what they need to do individually, so that we can come together and like talk and like actually miss each other, and like it just feels like this is a big thing about codependency, and fearful codependency. Like there's, for a lot of you, I feel like there's or a lot of us, if it's not me, it's you. If it's not you, it's me. There's something around like anxious attachment style, or the habits that have been formed out of your attachment style. That could be ghosting, that could be evasion, that could be neediness, that could be clinginess, that could be paranoia and suspicion. This is not what I expected to come up. Some of you, I feel like, have formulated your day and your like schedule around another person, around a romantic issue, or okay, maybe a romantic issue, but like it is a romantic issue, or it's like around, like you've scheduled your day, or you find yourself like just constantly like doing everything for this other person. I'm gonna clarify that. Fuck it. Please clarify the devil. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, there's something around like the lack of autonomy, or the lack of independence, or the lack of sovereignty, the lack of individuality. Yes, it takes a village, but also like if you need to be up under someone because of insecurity, or if you find yourself single but you're always on dating apps, or you're always trying to, find somebody, or you're always going out in hopes of finding someone, you're repelling that. You're repelling that union energy from you if you're always like hunting it or seeking it or like clinging to it, or you feel crazy without it, or you feel like you're not complete without another person. There are habits that you have formed around that issue with independence and that stuff. I mean, this is a general reading, so eat the meat, leave the bones. But normally I just clarify for Patreon. The ethical cult be getting all the treats over on patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok is at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. Over there, you can book a personal reading with me. All the links are in the description box below, so check it out. All right, what actions are we taking that hold us back? That felt like that answered that question, but the 10 of Pentacles, okay, making everything about money, making everything about how much money you make, or constantly overworking, constantly like in hustle mode. And some of you are on the other end of this, and it's about family. You can't move out of your city because you can't be away from your family, which like you're not pursuing your dreams to the fullest extent because of your family. Or some of you are constantly sending money to your family, constantly bailing family members out, maybe even just like constantly arguing with family, or feeling like you always have to explain yourself, or feeling drained from dealing with certain family members. I also feel, I said, what actions are we taking that hold us back? Some of you may be spending your money recklessly as fuck. You're like, I'm manifesting money, so I'm not operating in lack, and I'm not going to be fearful around spending, but you're spending your money on bullshit, not on your actual goals. Like for instance, let's say, ooh, I love that the only example that's coming up for me is an example for myself. So I'm going to call my fucking self out right here. Let's say you want to be a content creator. I just spent like $100 on fucking frames when I could have spent $100 on a Rode mic. I could have, put the money that I spent on frames, I could have put that towards getting a camera specific for filming, not just using my phone all the time. See, I'm willing to call my fucking self out and embarrass myself too. So it's not just y'all, but there could just be something around like how you're spending your money. It's like, do your actions match your ambitions? Do you put your money towards the things that you say you intend to accomplish or do? Some of you are spending so much time with this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. If you have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, I feel like it's really important this season to take a fine-tooth comb through time management and your energetic budget. Also, some of you, the actions that are holding you back are you just give money versus time. Instead of spending quality time, I'm just going to send you $100. Instead of coming to your birthday dinner, I'm just going to send you $100. Instead of, taking you shopping, I'm just going to send you money. Instead of giving you my presence or my time, I'm just going to, and I say a lot of you, but flip it. It may be someone around that you're dating, or someone that you are friends with who does this to you. And it's like siphoning energy off of you, because you may not be speaking up for what it is that you want, or what it is that you feel you deserve. That's how my dad is. And that behavior over a long period of time absolutely will show in the closeness of your relationships. You will only be able to get so far and so deep with someone who behaves that way. So make sure it's not you that's behaving that way. And unless it's, and if this is someone that you're just thinking about dating, or someone you are dating, or someone like you're in a committed relationship with, if you want to go the distance with this person, you need to check that behavior immediately, expeditiously. Okay. Where in life are we overanalyzing? What part of life are we overanalyzing? The Knight of Cups. I already knew it. Love, relationships, how much this person loves you. When is the love coming in? When is my partner coming in? When is my divine counterpart coming in? Are they going to choose me? Are they going to pick me? Some of you are watching. It's like you think you have fucking 5 signs. You're watching their horoscope, your horoscope, their tarot reading, your tarot reading. I feel like we as a collective and you as an individual, we are focusing way too much on over analyzing, or we are over analyzing romantic love way too much. I feel like there needs to be more romance in our platonic relationships and more friendliness in our romantic relationships. So some of us are focusing way too much on like what this person's supposed to give me and what I'm supposed to receive and what kind of partner I deserve, blah, blah, blah. Focus on, if you must focus on love, focus on the kind of lover that you want to be. How do you want to show up in a relationship? Are you just trying to have fun? Are you trying to be someone's partner? Are you trying to be someone's spouse? What is it that you want? You focus, and then when you determine that, how does that look for you? Because there should be a difference in behavior in I want to be someone's girlfriend and I want to be someone's wife. Those are two very different things, and they should evoke very different behavior. So there's that. And I also feel like bottom of the deck is a 2 of Wands. We are over analyzing options so much. Okay, like it's wild to think how people, let's say, how people in the 80s met their spouses versus how people meet their spouses nowadays. Like there's so many more options, quote unquote, available to people. We can connect with people all over the world. I just feel like a lot of us, and especially the younger that you are, get real lost in the sauce around options, around like, is this, is there someone better? Is there a better connection? You can really fuck something good up by continuously exploring your options versus allowing yourself to invest in something that feels very good that you have now available to you. Water the grass that you got. Because the grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is green where you water it. However that saying goes. And a lot of y'all got good fucking grass. And you out here just, wanting to explore your options, and then you're gonna find out. I'm just nervous. Okay, this is for someone. It's like you got a great lot of grass, and you are just like, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. Like there could be something better, and you go out exploring and looking for something better, and that lot of grass that you have, you were just renting it and someone comes and buys that lot. And now you're like, but fuck, I paid years of rent here. Hold up, what happened? You wanted to check out other properties, huh? That's how that feels. Like for some of you, and some of you are the lot of grass that I'm talking to, and you are allowing yourself to be treated like an option, or you're entertaining people that are showing that they are not interested in committing to you long term, and you're wasting all your good girlfriend boyfriend energy when you could be someone's spouse and someone that's going to like treat you like a fucking spouse and treat you with like the kindness, the respect, the adventure, the investment, the consideration that you deserve. Okay. What arena in life do we need to form new habits? For our greatest and highest good, please show us what arena in life do we need to form new habits? It sounded like something fell out, but it didn't. Okay. The Hermit reversed and the Six of Pentacles reversed with the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I feel like there are a lot of self-limiting beliefs that are stuck in your subconscious mind that have been calling for your attention. You know about these beliefs, you talk to yourself really shitty. Excuse me. There's something that's keeping you like guarded or going back and forth or vacillating. And it's like it starts in the realm of the mind. So we're needing to form new thought habits, and that looks like changing the quality of our alone time and really trusting that the divine is turning the tables enough for you to experience justice. Um, there's habits around how you treat yourself, the time that you spend with yourself, that is informing how other people are supposed to come into your life and treat you. We teach people how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. And I feel like there's a lot of loneliness and isolation and solitude that comes from this worthiness issue, or this untended to worthiness issue that you learn from your parents, you learn from an ex partner or an ex spouse in some sort of way. And some of us are in this place where we're like recollecting, relearning our self worth. We're no longer accepting breadcrumbs. And it was like you used to get delighted by the breadcrumbs. The bread, you put them all in a pretty little design and add some parsley and lie to yourself and treat it like it was an actual meal. When now you know better. And when you know better, you do better. And so there's this the arenas of life where we need to form new habits. It starts in the mind. It starts in our thought process. I also feel like it starts in the the data you give yourself. Your in your diet, what you consume, the music you listen to, the content you consume, the company that you keep. You know, if you keep hanging out with people who are just um fucking miserable all the time, or always have the same problems, go in the same loop over the same shit, complain about the same shit over and over and over again, you're going to end up finding yourself quite a bit like them. We are a culmination of the 5 people we hang out with the most. So how often, how much are you hanging out with yourself? And when I say hanging out with yourself, I mean like quality time. I feel, I mean, with the Hermit reversed here, this is Virgo energy. And there's something about lighting the underbelly. The star is in the Hermit's lantern. And it's like, it's time to look at what's unearthed. It's time to look at what's hidden, what's in the subconscious, what is unconscious, those unconscious drivers. That keeps coming up. Unconscious drivers. And the only way, that's in the fucking back brain, you know, that's in, this could be studying more Jung, more Carl Jung, Jung, studying more of the archetypes, learning more about your shadow. Your shadow is just that raw, uncut, unfiltered version of you. That version of you that some parent told you was inappropriate. That version of yourself that you'd rather other people not see. We all need to hang out with that side of us because there's a lot of power on that side. And there's a lot of freedom to be acquired from hanging out with that aspect of yourself. Because your shadow is the part of you that will absolutely push you out of the way and go autonomous. And then all of a sudden you've said and done some shit that you're like, fuck, I really wish I hadn't have said that. I really wish I hadn't handled that. Or, oh my God, I was drunk. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. Well, you can spare yourself and all and everybody else that when you hang out with that aspect of yourself. Because there's something looming in the thought process. And I feel like it has a lot to do with us thinking that we're not whole if we don't have a partner, or we're undesirable because somebody hasn't tried to lock us down yet, or blah, blah, blah. Whatever narrative you're telling yourself when it comes to like why you're single or why you haven't gotten what you wanted out of your partnership or your marriage or your relationship, that's the root of some pretty heavy truth that's coming to light. And it has to do with something you learned as a youth. As a youth. And I just feel like we've been given the tools. The tables are turning in such a way where we will have like earned our stripes. And the scales of justice want to have you experiencing balance. But if you don't view yourself as worthy of having balance, or having this person, or having this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this Libra, this Virgo, if you don't feel like you're worthy of it, or if you know, then how can it be yours? Like, also, okay, that's what that just made me think of. If you are a person that thinks, let's say you are a woman that is attracted to men. If you think that all men lie and all men cheat, the universe can't give you nothing but a lying and cheating man. Because that's what you believe, and that's what you subconsciously believe. And so there's something about breaking out of these self-limiting beliefs around yourself and what you're worthy of or capable of receiving in love, so that the divine can reflect that to you. The universe can reflect that to you. Because there are good men, there are good women, there are people that don't lie, there are people that don't cheat. I've never cheated. So if I've never cheated on somebody, why would I think that I'm the only person in the world out of 8 billion people that has never cheated? You know what I mean? So it's like, come on. Just because one fuckface did it doesn't mean that everyone's a fuckface. But you do got to unpack why you were attracted to fuckfaces. Anyway, okay. What does the fruit of our labor look like? Okay. Because we do all this work, you start evaluating all this, you start asking, doing, you know, your part and trying to get your shit together. What does the fruit of that labor look like? The Page of Cups reversed. I feel like you finally get out of the talking phase with people. You finally get out of the talking phase with yourself. You finally, I feel like the fruit of your labor is being able to express yourself very emotionally. The sun, the most positive card in the deck. I feel like you start doing this work and listening to what your inner child has to say, listening to what your divine masculine energy within you has to say. And you'll be able to really peep game on all the red flags. You'll be able to trust yourself. There's like revelations, there's breakthroughs, there's childlike joy and wonder. Look at that baby. Doesn't he look like he's just having the best time of his fucking life? Come on. Why I should get a real camera? Come on. Why? Be clear. Usually it's like right around here if I hold it. This is going to piss me off. Give me crystal clear. Why? Fine. Anyway, the high priestess on the bottom of the deck. Clarity in the physical, clarity in the spiritual. Feeling fucking self-made, wish fulfillment coming through. The old emotional cycle behind you. And the ability to focus, the ability to make, the willingness to try again, the willingness to be wrong, a whole new cycle in money, a whole new cycle in self-worth, you knowing what's worth defending, you knowing what's worth protecting, and those things feeling very protected. One more for the fruit of the labor. Yeah, and multiple streams of income for a lot of us. All right, what is coming in? The Queen of Cups and the King of Swords with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Options. That's what I'm saying. You just got to make sure that you're a good lot, baby. You just got to make sure are you giving yourself nurturance and nutrition and nutrients? Are you are you mowing your own lawn? I don't know. I'm just go with me in this analogy. Are you fertilizing yourself? Are you watering yourself? Like, I know that lots don't do that for themselves, but like, imagine that you are a lot. Imagine you are your own house. How do you take care of your house? How do you tend to your temple? Like, I feel like there may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements coming in. Either way, I feel like what's coming in is a new depths in love. This could be a new loving relationship. It may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. There could be new friends coming in. For some of you who are wanting to play the field, I feel like the option to play the field is there. You can get your rocks off. You could accept someone that's here for a good time, not a long time. But for those of you that want that love me long time shit, there's some options coming in. But the prerequisite is you getting very emotionally balanced, getting spiritually balanced, you dealing with your ego, you dealing with your control issues. Maybe that looks like therapy. Maybe that just looks like going over the blueprint that you're giving the divine and understanding your actions are the blueprint that you are giving, that you are asking of the universe. So if you just keep sitting around and doing nothing, what signal is that sending to the universe? If you just want to party and bullshit, what signal is that sending to the universe? There is what's coming in is the end of a cycle. You are protected to end the cycle. Please clarify that Ace of Cups. Let's get specific. How does that Ace of Cups manifest? Judgment. This may be somebody. I feel like this is Whew, someone, you're gonna have to get off the fence. Like, am I gonna be my whole self? Am I gonna be like open? Am I gonna really listen? This could be somebody with Scorpio placement. Damn, definitely has someone with Scorpio placements. Um, I want to say Cancer or Pisces placements too. I feel like some of you are really having to, that Ace of Cups is like you do your work on, like you do your work on acknowledging your trust issues, acknowledging that, you know, some of us have a hard time asking for what we want. You know, if you want space, if you want time, if you don't want to be in a relationship, if you do want to be in a relationship, if you do want all this stuff, like you've got to like get comfortable speaking out loud. And you also got to get comfortable listening. The divine wants to give you the ear to hear that trumpet of truth and the resounding in your life. I feel like that Ace of Cups, there's this influx of connectivity, an influx of flow, an influx of sweetness, an influx of intensity, new depths in your relationship, this feeling of being transformed or being reborn. But closed mouths don't get fed, baby. And so we're breaking through the illusion, going to let ourselves really transmute our pain into power by way of speaking up, being decisive, being direct, delegating, determining what is yours and what is somebody else's, what is in your boundaries, what's outside of your boundaries, learning how to say that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. Oh, that ain't got shit to do with me. Period. You know, what seeds do you want to plant? What new behaviors do you want to give yourself? Like, in order to do it, you're going to have to let something go. And it's probably some childish, outdated coping mechanism or fear evasion tactic, you know, that you have within yourself. And it's time to analyze it so we can let it go and move towards optimization. I love you. I promise you got this. Of course, my clicker isn't going to work. You would think that I would let it go, but I just haven't. And this is a very, like, why haven't I spent money on